Welcome to Heaven, set in JFC's butthole cause the sun don't shine. It starts with a furious James Bond action scene. We meet William Yoda Summersby, an old pessimistic Jedi fart dick, and here dick stands for detective, not your schlong, and he got light OCD. Cut to some crime scene, some dude lies dead in a pond of hemoglobin, some dick tells us that Yoda William retires soon he will. Enters Achilles, who's a cocky himbo dumbass, he transferred from some shithole. They talk, instant tension, classic Gen beef, basically himbo overeager and Yoda dog tired of life, it's raining, moving on. The next day Tyler Durden on Prozac wakes up and yada yada yada, the crux of it, he's married to skinny Gwyneth bitch, she's in this movie just to be crushed and to shed a tear. He Frenches her but she didn't brush. Okay, that's fucking disgusting bro, just stop. Cut to the next scene, himbo is waiting in rain for an extended period of time which can lead to common cold, hypothermia, flu, pneumonia, trench foot, sinusitis, bronchitis. I don't know, I'm not a hypochondriac, I just know shit. Whatever, fuck off. He brought Yoda some coffee, the drink, sweet move that says let's bond, but Yoda blows him off cause he's a dick, and if you humanoid moron are too dumb and didn't get that last joke, let me explain it cause it's twofold. They're both dicks. Yoda is a detective dick, but himbo is just a plain dick, so take a pick. Now that you're confused, let's move on. They walk into a dark house cause this an ethereal serial killer thriller. They find this dead fatso face down in pasta. Seems he liked pasta cause he stalked for life. Himbo thinks it was his ticker, but the plot turns he was tied with some barbed wire which gotta hurt, but I think it would hurt even more if he was skinny cause it would cut into his bones, but whatever. Himbo finds a bucket under the table, sticks his head in it, and it's fucking vomit. That's just gross. Who wrote this shit and why himbo isn't spewing right now I have no clue. Some stiff checker walks in. Yoda's like, himbo go hit up the neighbors. Himbo's like, you fucking with me? And send in the CSI. Himbo's pissed he got dissed, starts busting Yoda's balls, still raining, gives Yoda his brag sheet and he's like, stop bitchin' bitch. And although Rain with ADHD is like, just don't jerk me off, now I'm pretty sure it would be better for the plot if he actually meant please stop stroking my Johnson. But anyway, there's another Johnson on the autopsy table and belongs to Fatso. Himbo starts roasting him, which is totally uncool. Local butcher shows us his stomach, spew time again. Turns out he was fed to death at gunpoint, and now I feel stupid for calling Fatso Fatso. Nah, just kidding. They give the lowdown to Il Capitano. Yoda ain't feeling it, doesn't want to do it, says Psycho Killer is a methodic prick, picks up on more shit. Il Capitano's like, nah, you spinnin' fat boy problems. And deaf racist nutty fun dumbass blows him off. Next morning, still raining. Himbo got a new case. Someone bled some VIP lawyer till he croaked, wrote greed on the floor in his blood while ruining a perfectly nice carpet. Yoda gets some plastic that was fed to Fatso, and I just want to ask, how did we get from this to this? Just hope they didn't do it by hand anyway. He goes back to Fatso's house, cuts the keep out sticker that was magically put from the inside, looks for some grub, dents in floor, plastic pieces match, does the puzzle. Fridge was moved, gluttony written behind. Okay, how the fuck did this maniac know pigs would nail all these clues? Shit, I'll never understand. He's way too optimistic, I'm just saying. He lays it out to two morons. There are 7 deadly sins, numbers them like an idiot, starting with his pinky, says Psycho will kill again. Okay, gimme a sec. Horny, check. Bum, check. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, most def. Okay, got 'em all, just checkin', moving on. He goes to La Biblioteca in striped shirt, enters in white shirt, 89 guys guarding some books. I'm sure they got porn, looks for books on the subject, though I'm pretty sure he was looking for some tatas. Meanwhile, Benjamin Dumbass Button got himself some cheat sheets cause he's Ken and Ken doesn't read, still raining. Cut to the next scene, they share an office. Skinny hoe Gwyneth calls her Nick is Dingleberry. Okay, let me check something. Dingleberry, small pieces of fecal matter that cling near the anus. That's interesting. Anyway, she overrules himbo and calls Yoda to dinner. They meet, drink some wine, then this white nosy hoe starts meddling and snooping.
Why aren't you married, William?
What the fuck do you care, bitch? Maybe he has a small dick or he a limp noodle. Anyway, they talk, she's sad, new city, blah blah blah, moving on. They have a jam session. Lawyer's wife is the next clue. She says picture in the office was tampered with. They take it down, find some prints, they do some cop voodoo, track the guy, round up a crew to politely knock on his door, still raining. They bust in, find a stick figure in bed, sloth on the wall. Turns out Psycho kept him in bed 365 and cut off his hand to plant the fingertips, which means he could have only cut one off his fingers, not the entire hand, I'm just saying. They go out to talk it over. A paparazzi ambushes them. Himbo loses his shit and in his infinite stupidity spells out his last name.
Detective Mills, M-I-L-L-S, fuck off!
Genius move, you bottomless pit of dead brain cells. Cut to the next scene, small pieces of fecal matter that cling near the anus. Calls Yoda, wants to meet him, tells him to call her but doesn't give him her number, but he's a cop plus a Yoda, so all good. They meet next morning. She's sad, hates the city, got a bun in the oven. Yoda does Yoda shit, gives a generic answer, she weeps, moving on. We go to the HQ. Yoda and himbo are spitballing. Himbo is a himbo and useless as fuck, not a single idea. They should have cast Frank fucking Drebin instead. But Yoda is clutch again, has an idea. They go to the library. They pull a list of books on 7 Mortal Kombat sins. Chad Feldheimer on Adderall is bored as fuck cause he's in a library. They pass the list to this sleazy drug dealer lookalike FBI asshole. Seems that the feds have a tap on our reading patterns. Don't know if that includes porn or fuck. They get a list back of people who rented the books. They go to check out the first guy on the list whose handle is John Doe, which is a big ass red flag, but Yoda missed it cause himbo's dumbness is viral. They knock on his door. He shows up from behind, fires his piece and kills them both. The end. Just kidding, he runs off. Joe Black on cocaine is on him. Big Hollywood chase down the stairs, through halls, through rooms, then outside, still raining, back inside again. John Doe is a leaning reincarnation, and how he didn't break his neck here I have no idea cause it looks to me it's high as fuck. Now Yoda is fucking useless cause he's an old fart and can't run. Garage stairs, outside again. Still raining, they end up in an alley and John Doe smacks Himbo on the head with a crowbar, and how he didn't fracture his skull or at least give him a concussion is a Hollywood mystery. Sticks a gun in his head but lets him live for the sake of the plot. Next scene. They ransack his den. No budget for light in this movie. They find weird shit, sticky figures, hand pics of all victims, Himbo's pic. Turns out it was the paparazzi. They find a pic of some hoe. It's obvious she's next. Okay, Himbo, listen to me. This is important. Be smart. Okay, that's dumb. Yoda, my man, listen to me. Find the girl ASAP. I know it's 1995, but you got radios and walkie-talkies and shit. Snitches who know pimps. A-A-A-N-D, they don't do shit. Next morning, they find the hoe and her guts on some bed cause some dumbass banged her with a Yoshihiro Mizuyaki Haniaki strap-on dick-looking knife made of premium Haniaki steel, while John Doe held a gun against his head cause you fucking pigs didn't listen to me. Yoda's bummed, Himbo's bummed. I grab a drink and bond. That evening, Yoda can't sleep and plays some darts with his switchblade. Nothing unusual there, moving on. Next morning, they find some super-duper supermodel without a nose cause she apparently took pride in her good looks, and I want to know two things. A, who's the motherfucking peeper, and B, what's the deal with this stuffed polar bear here? Anyway, they go back to HQ. It finally stopped raining. John Doe casually gets out of a cab, walks in and turns himself in, and it's actually motherfucking
Kaiser Shizzy!
And he's soaked in blood, which brings out yet two more questions. Which cab driver took him in looking like that, and is he cleaning his cab now cause he's monumentally stupid, or am I not allowed to ask? We jump to the next scene where Lester Burnham on antipsychotics is sipping on his tea cause why not, and is talking to his lawyer, says there are two more stiffs and he'll show it only to Himbo and Yoda and only today at 1800 hours. In return they'll get full confession, otherwise he'll play dumb. So they shave their boobs, SWAT team gets to the choppa, and off they go on a road trip into a happy ending. In the car, Himbo picks up a conversation, wants to outsmart Frank Underwood on LSD, but loses and gets upset cause he's a dumbass. John Doe preaches, Yoda chills. Then John Doe pulls them over, they go out, start walking, they see a van, Yoda runs as fast as he can to stop him. Turns out it's a delivery for Himbo. Yoda's confused, opens the box, and it's a ultra-luxurious, once-in-a-lifetime Christmas set of 6 Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candles. Nah, just kidding, it's her head, and if you're sorry she's dead, remember that this is a movie, and if you're still sorry, remember she sells vagina-scented candles, and if you bought one, please jump to the next video and unsubscribe ASAP. Cut to John Doe, who informs Himbo he went to his house for some hanky-panky with skinny bitch Gwyneth, which doesn't make sense cause it's Kevin Spacey, but since she refused he chopped her head off cause he's an envious prick and wants Himbo to become wrathful and smash him, but not in a sexual way. Okay, I don't want to nitpick, but all previous stiffs had sins for which they paid. Then what was Gwyneth's sin other than selling her Lady Garden scented candles? So you fucked up, Spacey, you inconsistent prick. It was a shitty move, you killed an innocent bitch. Moving on. Yoda runs over to stop Detective Mills from doing anything stupid. Okay guys, let's not call him Himbo anymore, his wife just died, don't you have a soul, you heartless cunts. Mills is in denial, but John Doe riles him up, tells him skinny bitch Gwyneth was preggo. Not sure how he knows that. Mills develops a severe case of schizophrenia. Kevin Spacey gets all excited cause he senses the jizz is coming. Mills unloads in his head, unfortunately not in a sexual way. The end.